guys, and welcome back to another episode of Draw with T or Draw with Tay. We're still figuring out that title. So today's episode is a bit shorter, I guess, but it's actually a really good sketch page that I'm doing today. I'm really proud of it. You might think otherwise, but that's okay because I like my art. So that's kind of important. I don't know why I'm talking about that. So today's episode is a continuation of what I did in the last episode, which is continuing to draw and kind of come up with, kind of further conceptualize my character Stormscreech, the Hippogriff. So in the last episode, I kind of ended off by drawing a tiny little doodle with kind of alternative markings where most of the face on either side was black, and then kind of down the middle was white. And basically, I haven't done this for a while, but as soon as the last episode was filmed, I had already had the camera on and I was going again. I was filming another episode because I just had to further explore that idea and other things I had in my head. I didn't think it was enough for a full page, but I was gonna push it and get a full page out of it, which is the upsides of filming this is. Before I'd film this, I would admittedly kind of half-ass some things, it'd be like, oh, I've got one idea, and then I'd draw a single sketch on the next page and, be done with it, and then move on, and then come back days later and fill the rest of the page with something entirely different. And nothing wrong with that, but this has been good for my discipline, in that, when it comes to concept stuff, it's good to push past your first few ideas, and, I'm glad that I did push past just this idea and that I filled the page, because I got some really nice art out of it, and, I figured out that, this alternative look, it's cool, but it's not really how I want the character to look. The moment I put that crest in there and I saw it from the side, it reminded me of a skunk, which is absolutely what I don't want Stormscreech to come off as, at all. I want that crest to really feel like some kind of mohawk, or, something that a punk or something, somebody who's not afraid to stick it to people, who doesn't follow the rules, something like, that's what I want the character to invoke. I don't want it to invoke a fourth animal being a skunk, because there's just, there's no skunk jokes in this story or anything, so there's, it's just not part of the character. I mean, you can have cool things that just don't fit the character. I've run into that a few times, and it's always sad when you come up with a great idea, but it's just doesn't work with the character concept. Yeah, and you have to put it on the back burner, or you forget, or whatever. When you're in a creative field, you just make lots of stuff. That's how I get over my precious ideas not working or having a bad day at art. I just make more. If one goes bad, then I'll make 7. So again, doing some more expressions. You can tell by now between the last page and this one that Stormscreech is looking a little bit more, what's the word? Homogenized? Consistent. That's it, consistent. So, the crest is there, the markings change a bit, and the proportions are changing a bit, and that's not all just me exploring concepts, it's also me just kind of still learning how to control the proportions of this mythical animal that I've made out of several other animals that I'm trying to find references for and just get better at, so. But, compared to, super early phases, which I guess you guys may not have seen, we're on track with something. You can tell that this isn't all one character, even if some of it's a bit different. You can tell it's ideas or variants or whatever. I really like how this sort of this eye stripe continues down the character's side, and here I'm kind of redrawing a wing from another image that I had drawn that was really helpful for kind of understanding how a folded wing can look in cartoon form, because I've seen quite a bit in realism, but as I've said before, I struggle. If I see every single feather on something, I'm gonna think I have to draw every single feather. I have a bit of a hard time simplifying just this massive unit, like literally feathers of the same length and size on like the underside of the wing. I have a hard time just like implying that they're there without drawing every single one. Either I don't draw them in and it looks strange, like there's something missing, or I end up drawing it in a way that it's too much, you know. So that wing art really helped me a little bit, and now going forward I need to figure out how to do it for myself, how to do it at different angles, and that's probably going to be some more studying that I've got to do. Just wings again. Maybe I might even have to look at the exact anatomy of like predatory birds, just to understand, like, okay, these feathers go here, these feathers do this, and you can't forget these feathers. Maybe there's only 3 of this one kind of feather near the end of the wing. That sort of stuff that kind of anatomy is helpful when you need it. I wouldn't be learning about bird wing anatomy if I wasn't ever going to draw a bird, right? And this one that I'm drawing right now, I'm very, very, very proud of. As I kind of touched on in the last episode, I kind of mentioned that there was this bit of art that I drew, and I drew it from just looking at like an image of an osprey, not like a cartoon version, just a straight up picture of an osprey bird. Yeah, so and then I was able to translate that into a cartoon quite well, actually, on the first go. I expected it to turn out very, very badly, but yeah, it was the picture just had the wings and the head, and the bird looked a little concerned, but obviously I exaggerated it quite a bit here, and then I added the ears and just kind of the rest of the character. But yeah, no, that's a good sign for me, because it means I no longer have to go to such effort to compile a horse and a bird, at least, and some elements of a big cat into a single image that I then have to cartoonize, and yeah, I'm sure some people find this sort of stuff really easy. For me, it's not yet. Obviously, if I draw more and more of this, it'll come easier. But for now, it's still a little difficult. Yeah, I don't know. I like this image. Just I hadn't really thought of drawing the back of the character before, as if she was like sitting down, but also gazing off, looking obviously worried about something, which is a little out of character, at least for the majority of it. But I was in a mood to draw characters looking not quite as they normally do. Oh, and here I tried a little bit at just a dusting of blue, and I don't know. I was neutral towards it. I don't think it really added anything, but I was just trying to see if I could use like a weird color to make something pop, and I don't know if it really worked, but oh, here I struggle with a broken pencil. Yeah, this pencil I'm using will not be lasting very, very long. It's I thought it would last a lot longer. I didn't think the lead was that shattered on the inside, but I kind of should have known better. This pencil has been with me since my elementary school days, which is a very, very long time ago. And it's obviously been transferred to various bins and stuff, and I only found it recently and started to use it. I found all my school pencils, and I was like, yeah, you know what? Let's not buy more pencils. Let's just use all of these fancy pencils I got when I was like 8 or 12 or whatever age I was at. I just had like a big bin of them, and I've been slowly going through them. And yeah, just gotta expect some of them to be really busted on the inside. Because some of the gosh, I'm drawing with pencils that are older than some people that I've worked with. That's a thought for you. So here I'm drawing Stormscreech with an open mouth. I didn't realize I hadn't really done that in the 2 pages I'd been drawing, so I'm like, well, let's practice this. Let's see if what I've learned about the bottom jaw of a bird can be applied to this. And I kind of changed it up, and I think it's going to be a point of struggle for me, the open mouth. But it's that has always been a struggle for me when it comes to like characters with muzzles or maws, you know, just kind of that protrusion of the face, drawing that open. Heck, even normal human characters, opening that mouth can, I don't know, just kind of stretch the face in ways where I'm not so good at finding my waypoints and drawing the character. But here it turned out decently. Changing the character's expression kind of helped. Originally, I was going to make Stormscreech very fierce looking, like she's going to attack, and then it just felt like it was better to make the character shocked. I think that's kind of that was the majority of the big figures, or the big centerpieces, and then I decided to kind of just kind of review the anatomy. The moment I picked this spot in the sketchbook, I regretted it. I just didn't have room, and I don't really remember why I was doing this sketch here. It was just, you have an idea and you forget it almost as fast as you had it, but you gotta see it through. I think I just kind of like to fill any little space that I've got, so sometimes I just draw things that ain't very good just to fill the space. It's a weird thing I've got to do. I kind of was satisfied with where things were, and I wanted to end the page, but I had page left to fill, so I decided to draw this very, very adorable looking either chibi or just, young Stormscreech character. Normally I wouldn't do stuff like this, but there might be scenes in my story where we see like young Tristan and young Stormscreech and just, the characters as kids. And I'm like, well, yeah, sure, let's take a stab at this. Maybe the character is like super, super adorable when she's this wee tiny little hippogriff chick. So that's an idea. And again, because I hadn't really drawn much in terms of open mouths, I kind of did the classic profile, which is easiest for me. Stormscreech is called Stormscreech because she's got this unholy nails on a chalkboard screech that she lets out anytime she's losing a fight, because she fights dirty, or just anytime she needs to get advantage, or she's angry, she just belts it out. And so I kind of wanted to draw that. I hadn't really drawn a tongue before, a griffin tongue, so it was kind of fun. I think I kind of got the idea across of a scream. Maybe it looks like a cough. I'm not sure. You guys let me know. But with that, we're basically coming to the end here. I think one more drawing, and I kind of just filled it with. At this point, I kind of wanted to do more, but I was feeling kind of drawn out. So I was like, well, next time I'll explore kind of the claw. How hand-like is it going to be? How foot-like will it be? But that's for another day. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching this. I hope you enjoyed seeing this art as much as I did and seeing how things have panned out over the last, several episodes. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't. I hate saying that, but, I'd like to have a YouTube community. Anyways, have a good night, guys, or day, whenever you're seeing this.